Ask an attorney. Just give him a call.
This is Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law with Attorney Joe Pippen. If you have a legal question, call Joe right now in Tampa. Call 813-287-5700. Anywhere else, toll free at 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. The law office is open. And now your host, Joe Pippen.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open, as I like to say. And if you have a legal question of any type, I'd love to help you answer that question, get you pointed in the right direction. You have a toll-free number to call the show. Hey, your question can be just about anything. If it's Florida law related, just you have a problem and you're calling. And even if you're watching on Facebook Live this morning, we're broadcasting on Facebook Live. We're broadcasting on WeBeam TV. We're on about 12 stations around Florida, carry the program, but you can listen on your computer probably anywhere in the world. If you have a question or a comment, would like to share, I would love to help you. And even though you might be in another state, I can't advise you legally about an issue in another state, but we can talk generally. Maybe give you a little peace of mind about different issues. If you have a question, wills, trust, probate, guardianship, real estate, family law, personal injury, on-the-job problems, next-door neighbor problems, hey, give us a call, 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. I'm involved in a couple of fairly large estates. And let me tell you to please get your stuff organized. I'm in an estate right now where the person was in a fairly small apartment. I mean, they saved everything and never threw anything away. They've got phone books every year stacked up for 20 years. I mean, it's just, they've got all of their driver's registrations from a car from 1992 and all the other cars they bought. They saved everything. So when you pass away, and this person didn't have children that I'm talking about, but he had some beneficiaries and he had some charities and things that he helped, but he just saved everything. So guess who has to clean that up? In this particular case, I'm the one who is the personal representative trustee of this trust, and it's, it's a couple $1 million estate, but the person saved his car. He hadn't started his car in about a year. Can't find the car title. Can't find the safe deposit box key. And we're going through so far, I think we've gotten like 30 big bags of trash out of his apartment. We're just looking for things. Today I'm taking a few things over to have them appraised. They had actually one of the things they had is kind of interesting. They had a school ring from Duke. He graduated from Duke. And his school senior ring, I've had it appraised at one place. I'm taking it to another place. But just his school ring is worth like $800 just from the gold that's in it. So it's pretty cool. Let's go to Brian in Sarasota. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing good. What can we do for you? Yeah, what can we do for you?
I had a question regarding the Make My Day laws that are here in Florida. Or stand your ground laws, I guess is what they call it.
Yes.
If my wife were to shoot somebody who came into our house, and the gun is not in her name, they're my weapons, where does she stand with something like that?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure I would know the answer, but I would guess if the person is in your house, you have the right to defend yourself, and shooting them. There used to be kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of statement. If somebody's in your house and you happen to shoot them on the front porch as they're leaving, drag them back into the house. But having said that, I'm saying if they're inside of your house, they're a threat to you. You have a right to defend yourself, and if you shoot them, I think if she shot him with your gun, I don't think she would be in trouble. If I have anybody disagreeing with me out there in the radio world that wants to call in and has a different opinion, I'd be glad to share that with everyone. But I'm thinking if they're in your house, you certainly have the right to defend you. And if she grabbed your gun, that would be a reasonable thing to do, I would think.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Let's go. Hey, if somebody disagrees with that answer, I'd love for you to help the show. I'm always not bashful in letting other people share more information than I've shared with the answer that would be helpful to the caller. So always 877-943-9673. Let's go to Doug in Sarasota.
Hey, good morning. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, thank you for calling.
The challenge I'm having is a truck I recently purchased across state lines in the state of Alabama.
Okay.
And I answered an ad for this, this used truck for a auto dealer up in Troy, Alabama. And I found several ads that stated the truck at a certain price. On the Car Gurus, their own website, Carfax, the whole 9 yards. Went to purchase the truck, and I didn't realize that they changed the price of the truck on the sale price line. And after I had signed the contract, then the finance manager tells me, well, you can pay just the Florida state sales tax on your own. I said, well, wait a minute. I thought this price included you guys cutting a check back to the state of Florida. He said, no. I said, well, we got a $500 difference now from all your advertising that you stated up until yesterday until right now.
Well, hold on. Did the written...
You would jack the price of the truck up $500.
No, hold on. Let me ask you this. The written advertisement that you saw, did it say including sales tax?
No.
Well, most ads don't. I mean, you go into a grocery store, you go into a shop, and there's a price on the ticket. Price on the ticket doesn't include sales tax.
Yeah, I know, but there's a line item on the contract for an out-of-state sales tax, right? They didn't do that. They put the price of the truck with the tax. Now I got to pay Florida tax on the amount with the tax on it. You see what I mean?
Right.
And so the truck was $79.95. They charged me $84.55, about a $450 difference. So now I got to pay the tax on that extra $450, not the $79.95.
Yeah.
So I'm being taxed twice.
My opinion, you're stuck with that because you bought it out of state.
Well,
There might be that they could have waived. I'm not sure. They could have waived the tax in the state that was bought, but I'm not sure about how that works. But I'm sure you're going to have to repay the. See, let me give you an example of what happens normally when I'm working on an estate and there's a car in the estate. I generally allow the personal representative to take the car, drive the car to the new state, and have it tagged and taxed in the new state only once, and not put it in their name in Florida, then have to redo it in the state where they're going to live and where the car's going to be. So I effectively avoid them having to pay the tax here that way. Because they're not going to title it in Florida, then drive to Maryland and have it retitled in Maryland. That'd be foolish to do it twice, since they only. So we let them actually get the car in their name in the new state. So something like that probably could have been worked out, but I think you're past the deal now. And if you took title, they could have put a temp tag on it, maybe.
No, quite frankly, they jacked up the line item of the truck $450 under the guise and auspices that I thought when I initially contacted them and went back and forth via email, they kept on asking me, well, what's the sales tax of the county where you're going to be registering this truck, right? Well, if they weren't going to pay that tax, why were they asking me?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Well, but it's all going to be governed by the four corners of the document you signed, though. So whatever's in there, you're going to be stuck with, I think.
Well, I think they disagree. I'm going to try to get that $450 out of them because that's false advertising.
All right,
right?
but
the truck should be $79.95. All right, so 7% Florida sales tax by county.
How are you going to do that? You going to go take them to small claims court in the county you bought the car?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, there you go. That would be the solution for you to try. If you absolutely have done everything you can, they're not going to give you the money. Get small claim forms from the county where you bought the car, fill them out, and go for it.
Well, that's false advertising. I checked the ads. I have copies of the ads, and I found all the cached ads in there. And I looked up the Alabama statutes, and that's, in my opinion, that's false advertising. I'm going to say, listen, we can do this the easy way. Just cut me a check for $450, or you're going to have to pay a lawyer such as yourself 3 times that to defend yourself, but I'm still going to win. So what's it going to be? I get taken advantage of.
Get the forms in small claims court.
And then I was told I have a witness too, a second set of eyes and ears, and I was told, after I signed it, oh, by the way, you can cover the Florida sales tax. Well, wait a minute. Then why are you asking me for Florida sales tax if you're not going to cover it here? So I have an email trail of correspondence on this. I'm going to bring with me.
All right, Doug. Well, I wish you well. I hope you get your $450 back.
Yeah, me too.
All right, thanks.
Well, thanks for my help.
All right,
thanks for your help.
All right. Hey, if you have a legal question, it's 877-943-9673. You have a legal question to call in, 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. Let's go to Jeff in Palmetto.
Hey, hello?
Hello. What can we do?
I was, this is about a year ago. I got pulled over. I got cited for no registration, no suspended driver's license, and I paid the citations the next day.
Okay.
And that just the traffic fines were $700.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down. Well, I bought insurance for the car, which was another $250. So, being a good citizen, I just admitted my guilt and paid my citations. Went and corrected everything that I needed to correct.
Okay.
About 2 weeks later, I get a letter from the state of Florida saying my driver's license is revoked because of the citations, the points added up to where you get revoked.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's your question?
The question is there anything I can do legally? I just need to have a driver's license to drive back and forth to work without the fear of getting
Jeff,
pulled over and getting thrown in jail.
Jeff, if you send me an email, I have an attorney. He's not with my firm, but he's been on the show with me a few times. He handles cases like this, and he possibly can get you a work permit to drive back and forth from work.
That's all I want.
Yeah. So if you have access to email?
Yes.
All right, send me an email. Just tell me that you want me to forward this to my traffic attorney, who might be able to help me get a work permit. His name is Hunter, but I'll forward.
There's more to it than that, but I gave you the Reader's Digest.
Yeah, no, he can actually probably, while you're talking to him, bring you up online and look at your circumstances, or he might know just from talking to you whether he can help you get the work permit.
Yeah, I got a copy of my driving record and everything too.
Yeah,
I mean I done all that.
All right, my email address is Joe JOE at ATTYPIP.com.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'll do that.
I hope he can help you get your work permit. Okay. Hey, by the way, it doesn't cost much to take Uber. I don't know how far away you are.
I know. Yeah. I'm doing like the bus thing and the bicycle thing and all that. But I have a car, for God's sakes.
Yeah, hopefully he can get you a work permit or help you get one.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Well, thank you very much.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open. And if you want to call the show, you have a toll-free number, 877-943-9673. 9673. Your question can be just about anything. It can be about wills, trust, probate, guardianship, power of attorneys, healthcare surrogates. Can be about some of the topics we've talked about already this morning. Can be traffic issues. Can be small claims court. Can be anything you have a problem just disturbing your peace of mind a little bit and want some legal information. I would be more than happy to try to help you. 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. I was talking a little bit earlier about one of these estates I'm working on now. The person just saved everything, never threw anything away. He's got 20 years of, he just never threw away mail in phone books and calendars. And it's just almost unbelievable. He's got very detailed notes, though. For example, I can't find a safe deposit box key, though, so I'm having a hard time selling the car. And if you saw his apartment, you'd wonder how you'd ever find anything, but we're slowly digging through it. Let's go to Doug in Jacksonville. Hey, Doug.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Actually listened to you beginning about 5 years ago in the midst of caregiving my 103 and 101-year-old grandparents, and they subsequently passed. And we had made, 8 years ago, we had made a will and an enhanced life estate deed. And for whatever reasons, actually I have some documentation from Wells Fargo. They say that they reviewed the enhanced life estate deed, the joint mutual last will and testament, and they don't provide full authorization to receive information and make changes. So
to Wells Fargo? You're talking about Wells Fargo said they would not assist you?
Basically, yes. After the passing, they passed about 6 months apart. I went there. They still have about a $30,000 mortgage on the house, and anyway, that was their home office sent that.
All right, so you have a Ladybird or life estate type of deed where you are the remainder?
Yes, yes, remainder man.
Okay, now you show them the death certificate and the deed.
Yes.
And they don't acknowledge you as the owner now.
Yes, again, it says we reviewed the enhanced life estate deed, joint and mutual last will and testament, and they don't provide full authorization to receive information and make changes. We've listed you as a title holder or an interested party who can receive certain limited account information, including amount of the monthly payment and due date.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: they have other accounts.
Who's they?
Well, the deceased. Do they have anything that would require probate?
Well, they have the mortgage payment is taken out on the 19th of the month, excuse me, automatically from their checking account, which I've maintained. I have about a 3-month reserve there.
And are you the beneficiary on the checking account?
I'm on the checking account. Yes.
Okay.
When I
all right, so there's nothing that has to.
Took them the death certificates, they removed both of them and kept me on the account.
All right, there's nothing that needs to go through probate.
Good. I thought so.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're the owner of the property and you're already on the financial account.
Well, I guess that's my question, because further in the letter it says, going forward, what are my next steps? The level of access you'll have will be based on the documentation you provide. And, I provided them the documentation. I provided them a copy of the joint and mutual last will and testament and the enhanced life estate deed. There's no other.
All right, well, showing them the will doesn't really mean anything.
Uh-huh.
Because the only time you would need to take further action yourself if there was an asset in the name of the deceased person. So now, because you're on the checking account and you're the remainder man on the life estate deed, you technically own all of those assets yourself, and you don't need help from the probate court. And since you know the monthly amount of the mortgage and the payoff date, you continue making the mortgage payments, and when it's paid off, you are on the public records the owner. They'll give a satisfaction of mortgage. So I don't know what else you could be asking them that you would need at this point.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
I don't know what else you could be asking them for that you really need.
Yes. So do you? Well, I guess that's my question. Which way to proceed here? I just want to make sure that everything is in order. So when the time comes, the house is being rented out right now.
Yeah.
But
well, you're the owner. See, when a person you are the owner. So when a person has a ladybird deed or life enhanced deed, as you called it, and the two people that passed away have died, you file their death certificate, so the court is going to recognize you as the owner, which it seems like they already have.
Uh-huh.
So since you're the owner, you can rent it out.
Okay. Well, when you say the court has recognized me, there has been no court. You talking about?
Well, the deed. The deed was filed. The life enhanced ladybird deed was filed. You filed the death certificates. As far as the court records show, the clerk of the court is going to acknowledge you as the owner of the property because the type of deed and the death certificates being filed.
Well, when you say I filed the death certificates, what do you mean by that? I mean, I just took them to Wells Fargo. No,
okay, well, if you file the death certificates with the court, take them down to the local courthouse, file death certificates, then you will, on the court records, be the owner of the property.
Okay, so just go to the clerk of the court here in Jacksonville?
Yes, and file the death certificates.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I thank you so much for your time, and thank you for the show and your service to the community.
My pleasure. Thank you. You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. If you have a legal question, you have a toll-free number, 877-943-9673. And let's go to Mike in Venice.
How are we doing this morning?
Good, Mike. And you?
Okay, I can hardly hear you.
All right. I'm doing great. And you?
Good. I was just calling in response to the caller earlier who purchased the truck in Alabama.
Okay, great. Well, how can you help him?
Well, it's sort of my take on it because I'm in the sales business in RV sales, but in Alabama and Florida are reciprocal. So that means the 2% state tax in Alabama he would be responsible for. They can't collect. Typically, the states will not collect more than what they would normally charge, and then when he goes to register that truck in Florida, he would pay the 4% difference plus the county tax. So depending where they put that added, he said he bought the truck for $79.95. He end up paying $84.50. So it depends where they put that extra $4.50. If they put it into the selling price, then it's buyer beware. He's over 18. He signed a contract. He purchased a vehicle that was costing $84.50. If they put it into a fee or a dealer fee, again, I don't see how he can collect that either because that was a dealer fees and he signed a contract and he's over 18 and that's the way that goes. So that was sort of my take on it. He might be beating a dead horse trying to get them to credit him back depending where they charge him that additional money.
Yeah, to really answer a question like that, you really need to see the sales contract.
Exactly.
And go over it line by line and look at it. But, he thinks he has a case, and he thinks he was misadvertised. And so, I don't know, unless he wants to have an attorney look at it, he's going to proceed in small claims court that's where the action would be. So,
right. No, I get it 100%. You're 100% right. He can pursue it. It's his right to, but, he might be, I definitely want to have an attorney check that out to see if it warrants even, pursuing it.
Yeah, a small claims court in a different state is more, to me, of an economic question of how you spend your time and money with a probability of success, as opposed to a legal issue sometimes.
Yeah, that can, like say, sometimes these things, you just take your lumps and move forward. Luckily, it wasn't a bunch more than $450, but
yep.
Like I say, if it was in the selling price, then he signed a contract. It's what he paid for it. And sales tax, they're not going to collect Florida sales tax in Alabama when they cap out at 2% state tax. That's just not the way that works. So,
all right.
The extra 4% was another $320, or maybe with other fees, that's $400 or $450. But he's responsible when he registers that in Florida.
All right, Mike. Appreciate you calling.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Let's go to Joe in Tampa.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Joe.
Joe? J-O.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
I wrote J-O-E, so now I've changed it.
No.
All right.
So my question is, I am a new resident in Florida. I recently came down here with my 2 children. We are coming from Pennsylvania, and their father and I have a joint custody agreement filed in the state of Pennsylvania. Both parents have relocated. We are both down here in this state. However, our circumstances have significantly changed, and I'm not entirely sure how to go about pursuing a change in a custody order, considering that our initial custody order was in Pennsylvania.
Well, Pennsylvania is going to have jurisdiction of the case until you move it to Florida.
Okay.
And since you both live now in Florida, that might be a lot easier than if one of you lived there and one lived here. So I do have a family law attorney on our staff. Her name is Catherine. So if you'd like to call her, she could nail this down for you as to how to do what you want to do. So if you'd like to call her, it'd be a free phone consult, initially. So the phone number is 727-586-3306. Go to extension 200 and ask for Catherine, and they'll switch over to her line.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to Bob in Tampa. Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Yes. What can we do for you?
Hello.
Yes. What can we do for you?
Hello. This is Bob.
Hey, Bob. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
All right, so my producer, I'm trying to get his attention. He can't hear us. Is there anything you can do in there?
Is this any better?
Oh, I can hear you fine.
I can't hear you. I guess I'm going to have to try and call back.
Yeah, call back.
Thank you anyway.
All right. All right, you're listening to Ask an Attorney all about Florida law. If you have a legal question, all you have to do is to dial the number 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. And it's okay. My producer is just whispering in my ear here that if somebody needed our 800 number, we have an office in Lakewood Ranch. So it's 1-800. This is the office number now for you to call, probably Monday. 1-800-226-3529. 1-800-226-3529. We do have an office in Lakewood Ranch, so a lot of people down in that area can use that office, or they can come up to Sun City Center, where I go once a week, and meet me in the Sun City Center office. But either one of those would be fine. We have offices. Let me give out the phone number because the lines are open right now. 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. A little bit about our offices. We have 20 office locations around Florida. We have several offices in Pinellas, several in Hillsborough, several in Polk County. We have offices in Trinity and Pasco and Wesley, Zephyrhills area. We have offices in Clermont, Leesburg, the Villages, and we have offices from Palm Coast in Florida, over on the East Coast, up to Jacksonville, Palm Beach area. If you have a need for an attorney, our estate planning team would meet you for free and discuss your options with you. No charge for that first meeting. We also have real estate attorney, family law attorney, Medicaid attorney. And if you need other attorneys in different areas, I'm always glad to tell you who I know that might be able to help you. All right, let's go to Pat calling from Winter Haven.
Hi there. Thank you for taking my call. I have a problem with a neighbor and a huge tree, and there are limbs, huge limbs that are over my house. Mm-hmm. And a man came to the door yesterday, and he wanted to cut them off for $200, cut the limbs off. But he said, "Ma'am, you know that tree is dying." And I said, no, I don't know. He said it is. And he showed me what he said was that it is dying. My question is, do I have a right, if I cut those limbs off and that tree dies, am I responsible for it? And if it falls on my house?
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, get a statement from him that the tree is dying.
Pardon me?
He told you the tree was dying, correctly?
No, it wasn't the owner. It was some salesperson that came to my door wanting to cut it down.
But he told you the tree was dying, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right to trim to trim those branches that overhang your property line.
Okay.
So,
and even though it might cause it to die faster.
Well, the tree dying is a danger to your property. So if this guy's like a certified tree person?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, ask him. Ask him if he's got a license, number one.
Oh, okay.
And ask him if he's certified.
Okay.
So assuming that he's licensed and certified, I think a written statement by him that the tree is dying, it's his professional opinion the tree is dying and a danger to your property. I would go ahead and pay the $200 and get the limbs gone.
Okay.
And I would think there'd be slim chance the person who owns the dying tree would have any action against you. Even if it dies further. I mean, if it's dying, it's dying. It's a danger. Get the tree person to sign a statement, if he's certified and licensed, that the tree is dying and would be a danger to your house.
All right. Perfect.
And having put that on the invoice.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah, and if you really want to go the extreme safe method, it would be to get a second opinion that would say the same thing. Okay.
That makes sense.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Attorney Joe Pippen, Ask an Attorney All About Florida Law, host of Ask an Attorney All About Florida Law for 34 years and counting. And longest running, as far as I know, it's the longest running continual program in the state of Florida and maybe the nation. Not too many people do a continual, same host, same type of format, same show for that many years. Rush Limbaugh this past week celebrated, I listened to his celebration show a little bit as I was driving, 30 years. And I remember when Rush came onto the scene, and I remember having done the show for a few years before he did, so that's pretty cool. Let's go to, of course, he doesn't do a legal show, but he has a show every day, which is far harder than doing a weekend show, of course. All right, let's go to Sam in Tampa. Hey, Sam.
Yes.
What can we do for you, sir?
I have my granddaughter, and my son has joint custody with the mom, and she's 13, and she wants to come live with her dad. Mm-hmm. At what age could she make that decision?
Well, I think there is no magic age where every child that turns, 13 or 14 or 10 or 16 or whatever has the right. So the judge is going to look at every case separately. So if you set a court date, if you have a family law attorney, you set a court date, and the child can sit there with some focus and clarity and reasonable reasons of why they would rather live with the dad rather than the mom, the judge would listen to the case, I believe. And there's a probability that a 13-year-old would be capable of pulling that off. And some 13-year-olds will and some won't. So what I would suggest is the dad take the young 13-year-old lady to a family law attorney. We have one that could listen to the story, of course.
Okay.
And make a determination in the attorney's mind what the probability of success would be with the child stating their case of why they want to live with dad. That would be my recommendation. You still there? Sam, are you there? I think we lost you. All right, Sam's gone. So that would be the recommendation. If family law attorney we have, her name is Catherine. Our office number in Pinellas County, where she's located, is 727-586-3306. Let's extension 200. Let's go to Tom in Tarpon Springs.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Tom.
You have a great show. I listen to you every week.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, my problem is my air conditioner, the old air conditioner, temperature wasn't coming down.
Mm-hmm.
So I called this company up and they put a brand new air conditioner in. And the very next day, this new air conditioner was doing the same thing as the old one. And they came back and forth trying to figure it out. And they finally told me that it was the ductwork, and they want me to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I waited to see what was going on. Then I finally called another person, air conditioning company, about the duct, because these people, I won't trust them anyways to do it.
Right.
And I want to get someone else. So they went in the attic. And this air conditioner is for, I have upstairs and downstairs. Upstairs, there's 2 rooms up there. One room, you put it on the air, very cold. The other room, very, very little. And that's why the thermometer won't come down. Even when it comes down, like sometimes I go up there, come down 3 degrees, I'll put one less or go down and down and down where I wanted it. There's not enough air coming out because it's leaking through the ductwork before it gets to the vents. And he went in the attic, he looked at it. He said, the ductwork is good for the other room that was cooling off, and it isn't going in the other room. The reason, when they built this house, they left where you can't get at that ductwork.
Mm-hmm.
In 1988, you can't get it to replace it.
Well, you don't have any. You don't have any recourse against the builder from 1998 because the statute of limitations is.
Pardon me, I can't hear you, Joe.
Can you hear me now?
No, very, very low.
Well, Tom, I guess some of our callers today can hear us for some reason and some can't. If you want to call me off the air,
very, very low.
Call me off the air, and I'll be glad to talk to you about it.
Well, Tom, I guess some of our callers today can hear us for some reason.
All right, Lahudi, can you just terminate that call? All right, let's go to Sam.
Okay, when you want me to call you, Joe?
Yeah, just call my office 586-3306.
All right, let's go to Sam.
You got 2 lines running.
When you want me to call you, Joe? Yeah, just call my office.
All right, just terminate Tom. So Tom,
okay,
just listen.
Thank you.
Listen on the air. All right. All right, let's go to Tom, if you're still listening. If you want to call me, 727-586-3306. 727, Tom, 586-3306. Tom, if you want to call me on my way out of here today after the radio show, give me about 10 minutes after the show ends. So after 9 o'clock, you can call my cell number, 727-667-3967. I'd love to help you with this if I can. Let's go back to Sam, who got cut off here a little bit sooner.
Hey, this is Sam.
Yeah, so I was saying take your son and your granddaughter can go visit the family law attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And the family law attorney can present, the granddaughter can present her case to the attorney, and she can probably make some determination of whether this 13-year-old has the capability of maybe convincing a judge with valid reason she wants to stay with her dad.
Okay. And what was that number?
727.
Okay.
586.
Okay.
3306.
6.
Go to extension 200 and ask for Catherine.
Catherine, that's what I thought.
All right.
Thank you, Joe. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
We have about 12 minutes left in the show. If you have a legal question, you have a toll-free number, 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. Hey, if you'd like our free estate planning poster sheet, it's a large poster sheet, double-sided. You can view it online, but if we'd love to mail you a copy, that you would be much more valuable to you to have this in your hand rather than trying to look at it on the internet. It's a well done, 2-sided, double-sided poster sheet. If you would like to have it, is 3 ways you can get it. You can call our toll-free office number, 1-800-226-3529. Go to extension 200. 1-800-226-3529, extension 200, and we need your name and address, and we'll be glad to mail it to you. We pay for the postage and mailing, no problem. If you'd like to email me your name and address, you can send that to Joe, Joe, at attypip.com. That's Joe, Joe, at attypip.com. If you want to text me your name and address, that's 727-667-3967. Let's go to Zoom.
Yes. Good morning.
Hey, how are you? How do you pronounce your name? I want to hear you say it.
Oh, my first name Mizum.
Mizum. Okay.
M-Y-Z like zebra, U-N-G.
All right.
Mizum.
All
yes.
right. You might be the first time I've talked to someone with that name.
Right. I'm Asian American.
Okay. What can we do for you?
I have a question, and I have a stock certificate, and I had designated a TOD to my sibling, and should I put it in the living revocable trust?
All right. Well, you have a choice. You can leave it like you have it, or you can put it in a trust. The benefit for putting it in a trust would be that if you have a stroke, incapacity, some illness where you can't function very well yourself, making financial decisions and so forth, if it's in a trust, the successor trustee now can use it for your benefit in a lifestyle to your custom while you're living. And POD means they can't get to the asset until death. So the advantage of a trust is they can be used for your benefit by the successor trustee while you're living. And you have other assets that you can't probably put POD on, like your home, for example. Your home would be better suited in a trust than like a ladybird deed, because your trustee would have the power to deal with the home for your benefit while you're living, not having to wait for anything to happen until your death. Does it make sense to you?
Then I will put it in the living revocable trust.
Yeah. Do you already?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you already have a trust?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, if it were me, I would put it in the trust rather than have it paid on death for sure.
I see. Thank you.
All right.
And I also have certificate of deposit, and I already designated beneficiary. Like
it'd be the same. It would be the same thing on that though too.
Or interest for with certain banks. And when I pass,
it would be better.
My beneficiary will, receive the.
It would be better in a trust if you're going to create a trust, though.
Oh, have to be in a trust?
Well, it should be. It doesn't have to be, but I'm saying if you're going to create a trust, it'd be better to put that in the trust as well.
I see. Thank you. Even I already designated beneficiary.
I know. I know.
See.
It's the same way as your stock certificate. It's the same exact answer. It'd be better for in a trust so it could be used for your benefit while you're living.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go to, we got 7 minutes. We have phone lines open at 727-667. I'm sorry, that's my cell number. 877-943-9673 is a toll-free number here at the radio station, 877-943-9673. Let's go to Sonia calling from Sarasota.
Hello.
Hi.
I can't hear you.
All right. Do you have your radio off?
Yeah.
All right, but you can hear me, so go ahead and ask me a question.
Okay. I came from New York to take care of my son, my cousin's son. He's handicapped. And I've been here now for 5 years taking care of him. So I go to the bank to get the money to pay for the taxes, right, of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get to the bank and I ask her, because I ask her for the money, for the taxes. She says, "Oh no, the lawyer came and took it out and put it in a trust." So I called him up and I says, "You took the money out that I had to pay for the taxes for the house, and you put it in a trust? And whose name did you put it?" He wouldn't tell me. And this is a handicapped child.
Well, whose money is this?
What?
Whose money? Was this your money?
My cousin's money. The kid's mother's money.
All right. So the cousin hired this attorney?
Yeah, years and years, 100 years they have him.
And was the attorney the acting trustee of the trust now?
I don't know.
And how come you have access to this account as well?
Because to get me to come down here from New York, he made me a power of attorney.
Okay, so you tried to use your power of attorney to go into the bank to get this money?
Yeah. You know, to
all
pay
right. Well,
for
have you talked to your cousin about this at all?
What?
Have you talked to your cousin about this?
She's dementia. She knows nothing.
Okay, so when you came down, she had all this set up prior to that?
No, she was sick already when I came down.
Okay, well, who set up the account?
What, the bank account?
Yeah.
Oh, my cousin had that long time ago.
Okay, and when your cousin was competent, she gave you a power of attorney?
Yes.
And did you question this attorney, how he had the power to go into that account?
I don't know. That's what I went to court to find out. But they said that I couldn't, they couldn't give me any information. Because I'm worried about the boy, because he's handicapped.
All right, ma'am, I think the answer to this question is that if you've done all you can do and you can't do any further, you're stopped in your tracks, so to speak, then you need to hire an attorney to sit down with you for a bit to try to figure this out and take whatever action be necessary. I don't think I can help you in a short phone call here on the radio with the information you're able to give me.
I just wanted to figure out.
I would like to figure it out too, and I've asked you a bunch of questions, but I still don't quite have a handle on it.
I wanted to figure out why the court wouldn't give me the information.
Well, it all has to do with that account, so and how it was set up, and they don't recognize. And if it was put into a trust, how did the attorney get the power to put it in the trust? And if you came in to see me, I would probably call the attorney and ask him what's going on in your presence, and see if I could get an answer for you. But I can't do all of that on this radio show. So if you want to call me, I'll be glad to try to help you, though.
Okay, what is your number, 727?
Yeah, 586-3306.
Oh, yeah, I got that. I got that a long time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
thanks.
Dear, thank you.
All right, thank you.
God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Let's go to Deborah in Clearwater. Hey, Deborah.
Hello. Hi there.
Hi. We have about a minute.
Okay, I just have a question. I'm trying to leave my home. I have a home that's paid for, and I have no relatives or anyone. I'm trying to leave it to charity.
Mm-hmm.
And do I have to notify? How do I do that? Do I have to notify them, or even the church that I'm going to do this?
No, you don't have to.
I can just designate it in my will.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Because everything else has beneficiaries noted on it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do I have to notify them ahead of time?
No, of course not.
It means they're going to have to come in and sell everything and then sell the home because it's paid for.
The personal representative will follow the instructions in your will. So if you want to give your home to a charity, that's fine. We'll just put that in the will.
All right, because I did ask a church one time. They said they weren't in the real estate business. That's what made me question it.
No, well, that's a crazy answer because the personal representative could sell the home and give them the cash.
Oh, okay, fine. That's fine.
All right.
So, okay, thank you so much. Thanks for being there, Joe.
Thank you. Thanks. All right, you're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. We're here every week during this time period on multiple stations all around Florida. Thanks for listening. The biggest compliment you could give the show is tell someone else about it, and particularly someone with a issue or a problem where they're losing sleep and don't have peace of mind about some circumstance they're in. So if you'd like to contact our office for the free poster sheet, 1-800-226-3529. Text on my cell number, 727-667-3967. Email is Joe, Joe, @attypip.com. Hey, you have a great weekend. So long.